So the Gestral games are the minigame in Clair Obscur, and they are by and large rage games, and they take advantage, let's say, of the inherent platforming jank in Unreal Engine. So this is actually my hardest one. And the rolling in this game is a little interesting. You can stop it with doing like an attack, which I try and do there. In that case, if you don't hit it, you don't want to let your stick go neutral. You just want to keep pushing forward, and it'll usually keep you on the log. And if you're going fast, you just want to send these. Some places with the jumps and the rolls where it doesn't really make a difference, you'll want to keep the stick engaged. Sometimes you want to let it go neutral. Here you let it go neutral, and there you are. Done. I've already collected the rewards, so I just jump off, and here we go, on to the next game. And we're going to fly there with SK. Technically, I could have a different save file for each of these. I don't know if that'll actually be faster, but we're going to go on to the next one called Beach Volley. I'm doing the requirements to get the trophy. There is an achievement or trophy for doing all of these. In Beach Volley, it is actually doing the normal one. Again, this is purely skill-based. The hardest one is super unfair. I'll be honest. Just a normal one. And I'm doing this with Versa, which is a choice. And so here, you're technically supposed to go to each of these locations, but you can just sort of be in the middle and face that direction on this one. And the timing for these is, again, it's purely skill-based, but it's a little awkward. It's a little bit off of what the parry is for arcing projectiles in the game, but it's the closest one. In the easy one, they're super slow and hard to hit, and the hardest one, I don't like the hardest one. I can barely see the stupid things. But yeah, so the Gestrals, for a little more context, are comic relief. Basically, they are merchants. They love to fight. And they've set up these games that are all sort of based off their general vibe. And most of them are skill-based. This one is not. When I saw Team Hitless had sort of a bounty on these, including this one, I was like, oh goodness, I would never. I should just go ahead and switch to... I usually use Lune for these things. So the right side is usually a good bet, but there are times when you just get caught, like here, and there's sort of nothing you can do. You just cannot move fast enough. Like here on the bottom, you can do a little bit better. There's just nothing you can do except for hop off, really. But every once in a while, the RNG just is good enough. And it's not worth thinking about the physics that go into this, of all of these like being the same size and falling at different speeds and being launched at the same time. So here, as long as you pressed the thing as soon as you if you hit the top handhold as the ball is coming over, it'll pop and disappear. This is generally the favorite or the easiest. This is a time trial. So for this, it's usually fine. There's a jump that I sometimes miss. So the goal here is to get under 38 seconds for the gold. Which means that I do a lot of, I do all of this with controller. Would it all technically be easier with mouse and keyboard? Yes, probably. But for this race, I do a lot of blind jumps and then swing my camera around. Because it just goes a little bit faster. And if you're close, you can actually just jump off the edge. You don't have to hit the last platform. But, there we go. Hit gold. And then we go to the last one, which is technically, I think, the third accessible one. This is the last this is the last accessible one. Because you have to be able to fly. But we're gonna head over here to the 5th and longest Gestral game. Which is basically only up. This has a few tricky parts, and I'm trying to go fast, so there are a few more tricky parts, like I was trying to not have to hit that one, but oops, oh well. There's a skip that it's not even speedrun safe. Like, you just almost never do it. So I'm probably not going to try to hit it, especially because the amount of time it saves if you don't get it first try is, like, not meaningful. So here, just... yeah. I think the greatest part of this is that if you fall, there's all these places to catch you, but if you can't see it and can't prepare yourself to, like, catch your momentum with an attack, you just, instead of ma'am, you just hit things all the way down and fall off. It's great. I'll be honest, this is a little janky. Jankier than normal. The log race went a lot better than normal, though, so, you know, all things even out over time. This set of boards there that went over what is apparently a handle, that is new from a patch. I am a big fan, because you could, in fact, fall through that hole. And I have. Because this is actually part of the all achievement speedrun, which is one of the runs that I do in the game. So I do this particular, well, I do all of the Gestral games quite a lot. More than any sane person reasonably should, so... And the challenge with this one is, especially this next upcoming section, is you don't want to have to slow down to a walk or even a trot. but you really want to, or like you feel the urge to start walking here, but actually that accordion is a lot easier to hit if you're running, because you can just sort of run into it instead of having to jump and land on it. This is an alternative path, and it is actually the correct path, in my opinion. I think it is faster than the other way, and it's definitely safer than the other way. That happened. That worked. We love to see it. And now it feels like we're in the home stretch. We're definitely over halfway through. So of course, if I say that, I'm gonna fall. It's gonna be hilarious. It's gonna be great. But a lot of the jumps now are starting to be ones where you're catching Lune, especially if you're going a little bit slower. You're catching Lune, or whoever your character is, in their midsection, so they grab it and climb up, which is not the fastest, but also a whole lot safer than trying to just jump. That was not great. So the skip would be to jump onto that railing and then onto the little thing, and it would save you running around the corner. What the heck did you just get caught on? So yes, it would save you doing that, which is not hard and not that slow, but anyway. So we've reached the top. And we talked to the guy, and there we are.